Okay, so you get this hair in the pack. They come in this nicely prepared bundle ready for you to braid with. Now that doesn't mean that there are people who don't want one color like that. There are people who want it, and then there are people who want it nicely mixed depending on what they have in their hair. So we want to mix. Say you have this in your pack, both of them come like that in different packs. So this is one whole pack and this is one whole pack, and then you're thinking, I want to mix this. Now it would depend on how heavy you want your mixtures to be. So when you want it to have something as light as this, you don't want too much of the heavy hair in the lighter hair, and this is where the trick comes in. So for this size of hair, what I would then do is separate this hair into 3 little pieces. See that? 1, 2, 3. Sometimes if I want it really light again, I could make it into 4. So that could be number 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is what I'll be using to mix with my whole pack of the lighter color. So hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We're excited that you're here. So you have this and then you have that, and so this is what I then do. I put this over that. Okay, just a quick reminder that we are also videoing this for our YouTube channel, so sometimes I may be raising my hand really high. That's because I'm working with a bigger camera. So look at this over there. And our YouTube friends, we're also doing Instagram live, so if I tend to say hi to people, those are the people I'm talking to. So you then shear this into 2. Remember, we put a little bit here and a little bit there. What I then do is, look, I take the really light part and I put it over this dark part, and it goes like that. So now I separate that again. Again, I take the really light part and I go over the dark part, and I set it like that. And that's how this process carries on. So I keep separating them into little bits like that over. And as I'm doing that, this is where it gets tricky. So I tend to now, I'm kind of like matching a strand with a lighter one, and then I go over. I match again and I go over. I match again, and this carries on. Now trust me, this does take time. The other day I was mixing this, I realized I'd put in 4 hours because it's a very intricate job. And then it hit me, because you know, like, you go to the salon and people color your hair, they get all these chemical mixtures to achieve a certain thing, and I realized that's exactly what I'm doing with hair extension. And I thought, oh my goodness, I never thought about it. And you know what happens when you know something and you just take it for granted? That's what happens, especially with braiding. We know it and we just say, oh, it's not a big deal, I know it. No, it is a big deal, because I just finished a hair coloring course recently, and I know how much money I paid for that course, and I know how much work I had to go through in order to achieve a certain hair color on the client's head. So look at that. In seconds I have achieved. See when it's still plain and see when it's mixed. So can you see the difference? So that's what we're going to do with all the hair in my hand. So what I did, because of video and because I'm showing you, I just concentrated on a little bit so you can actually get the result in seconds. But It is intricate, see that? So you kind of look for the really dark parts, you open it and you draw it over it. And throw it over, and you just keep going at it. And if you find any part that's really light, you take it up over. See that? If you find any part that's really dark, you take it over. And so you can do this with any color hair. Any color hair. You could be mixing blue and light. You could be mixing black and light. You could be mixing pink and blue. You could be any connection, any combination of colors, and you will make your client very happy if this is the color they have in their hair, because now they can easily blend the hair extensions with their hair. So I'm hoping this is making sense to somebody. Thank you so much to all the people joining in. What we are going to be doing going forward is we'll be letting you know when we're going to be coming live ahead of time, because we've got quite a lot of things lined up for you guys. So we won't just surprise you, because we tend to do that. For reasons we're just too busy, and we just spur the moment, just decide, oh, we want to just bring something live. But I know we should be a lot more organized about this, so people are a bit more, you know, prepared. They could say, okay, we're going to be watching something from World of Braiding today, so let me organize my day around it. So you see how this is coming out? That's what happens. And I'm so excited you're all watching and waving at us. Thank you so much, everyone, for waving. I'm waving back because my hands are tied, so I really can't physically wave, but I'm waving in my head. Anyway, so I hope this is making sense, and I would love to hear your comments about this. Have you struggled trying to achieve this in the past and you couldn't get it? Or is this something you've never considered? Or is this something you're definitely going to now try and see what you get? Look at that. So, okay, so see how far I've gone with here. And look at this part still there. So now I'm going to just try and push this in. And remember what I said earlier, you can make it as light as you want or as dark as you want. So sometimes when I want to achieve really light, I go with really small. Remember, I just shared it into 4 sections, the bigger strand. I'll go with just 4 to start with, and if I find it's too light, then I add a bit more. Or you could even make it a lot lighter and then slowly add more. But over time I've learned to go either 4 or 3 because of the client I work with. But another client may just want something darker or something even lighter. And so now see where we are. This part is still dark, so we'll try and mix this to match with the darker parts. See, still dark, still light. Then you kind of like take, it's as if you're taking one strand at a time. Now what you find is sometimes they tend to tangle, but all you have to do is just kind of like spread them out. See what I've done? Spread them out, and as you spread them out, they stretch out. And then the next big thing we're going to do is to brush this, which I'll show you how I go about it. So again, look out for strands that are still very one color, let's say the brown or the light. And when you're happy, because I'm not going to be exactly happy showing this on screen, but what I'll do once I'm done and I'm not too happy, I'll just fix it again by myself. But I'm hoping this has given you a good idea what we're trying to do here. Now look at this and look at this. This is the difference. See? Thank you for waving at us. Thank you so much. We're so happy that you are able to join us. So this is the difference. Can you see that what I've just done right now? And this is what we're trying to achieve from this and from that. So you see, these two lightly mixed gives us that. And this is what I'm saying you can achieve with any color of hair without you having to go say that hair has to be made like that. So here comes our brush. What I do, I start from the tips. Now whenever you're brushing hair, always start from the tips. Even your own hair, always start from the tips. So I'm hoping this made sense. I'm hoping this added some value. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for all your comments. And please, I'd like to hear what you think of this. Is this something you want to try? If you do, can you let me know what colors you chose to mix and what they turned out to be? I'll be even happy if you can throw pictures at us to show us what it looks like. Now you saw what I just did. I just transferred all the ones that came in the brush into my hand and I brushed them again. It's just a habit to have. I don't like throwing away hair extensions. To me, I don't like wasting it. But there are people who just enjoy throwing half of it on the floor. So here you go. So that's it today. I'm hoping we've been able to share something we know with you. So thank you so much to everyone who came on live with us. That's your mix. So we look forward to seeing you next time on our live program. Thank you.